Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Tamara here, and I have to apologize. Last night, 8 p.m, Shani, my super amazing social media guru, had me all set up to get online and do some myth busting around menopause. And I was so engrossed in getting my talk ready for tonight and deep diving into the literature, and all of a sudden it was 9:30. So I am so sorry that I was not online last night. So I thought I'd quickly jump online this morning before I start my morning clinic to do a little bit of myth busting around menopause, that topic that nobody likes to talk about. We just shove it under the carpet. So before I start tonight, we have our very first Understanding Menopause Workshop starting here at Womb. I am so excited. This is something that we have been kind of brewing in our collective minds for the last 6 months. And it starts tonight. And we have a beautiful group of women who are coming along to just educate and empower themselves with understanding about the perimenopause, like what is going on with my body, the changes we experience, the health issues that we need to consider as we're moving into that wiser, greater, stronger, more powerful stage of our lives. So if it is something that you do want to learn a little bit more about, then just head into the bio and you will see the link. We have lectures every week for the next 6 weeks from an amazing range of professionals. I'm so excited. Look, this is our little workbook that all of our participants get when they come along. I'm super excited about how well it has turned out. We've got some myth busting sessions. We have some pelvic floor training and education. We've got sexual health, libido. Let's explore it. Let's not diminish its importance. We've got stuff around nutrition, exercise, weight loss, training, how to train your body for the menopause, and of course, what you need to consider for the next 30% of your life, because we live about 30% more of our life after we actually hit the menopause. So you got to be ready. You got to be getting this temple into the best possible condition that it can, so that you can have quality and you can have quantity. And that is what we are going to be really focusing on over the next 6 weeks. So head to the bio and you can have a look. You can come along to all 6 lectures. You can just pick and choose which topics are of interest to you and come along to each of those individual ones. But tonight, it starts tonight. And if you know of a woman that would really, really benefit from something like this, maybe they're heading into the menopause, maybe they're just like, I'm 43 and I've got no idea what's happening to my body, I want to learn more about this. Maybe you're through the other side and you just want to learn about managing your weight or looking at your nutrition or how you're going to manage your bone health or perhaps your cardiovascular health, what health checks you need to be undertaking as we get older. So come along, because knowledge is power. Everybody who comes along gets one of our amazing little goodie bags. There's all sorts of stuff in here. We've got Thank You Face Halo, exciting for our beautiful skin. Our gorgeous receptionist, Brooke from Subtle Glow. This is her candle company. So this one is Citrus Splash. I wish you could smell it. It is so divine. She's made up a whole heap of candles for us. We have stuff from La Roche-Posay, lip balm. We have Sleep Matters. Sleep seriously matters. So we can't wait to hear from Dr. Melissa Ree, who's going to be presenting from Sleep Matters. What else we have? Oh, we have some samples from Olive & Bee, all important vaginal moisturizers. So we've got that in here. We've got our amazing little magnets for your fridge, and piece de resistance. I love this. It's a fan. How cool. And you can fold it up and put it in your bag. There is so much stuff in here, and there is more gifts along the way as we go. So how cool is that? What do you guys reckon? Who cares if you're in menopause or not? Come along anyway, just for the goodie bag. All right. Okay. Now, I said I would do some myth busting. And so I'm just going to address 3. Tonight, Dr. Sheetal and myself are going to be talking a little bit more about what is menopause, how does it happen, and also some of the myths that we hear when we sit down with our patients. And so we're going to be busting a lot of those myths tonight. But there are 3 that I commonly get. And I just want to address them because I think they're really important to understand. So one of the first things that I often get asked is about menopause hormone therapy, or you may know that as hormone replacement or HRT. And the 2 hormones that we are often working with is estrogen, of which most of our symptoms happen as a result of low or no estrogen, and also progesterone, which we need to protect the lining of the womb if we've still got one in the menopause. And one of the questions that I often get posed when I'm counselling on MHT is, yeah, but Tamara, doesn't it just make me fat? Certainly a lot of people, I have that discussion around the oral contraceptive pill. And there's a lot of good evidence to say now that at most it's maybe 2 to 3 kilos gain on the oral contraceptive pill, but not 10 kilos. And in fact, menopause itself, there is good evidence to suggest that we actually change our metabolism as we head through the menopause. And I don't know about you or anyone you know, but there's that sort of 4 to 5 kilo weight gain that just kind of jumps on there, despite the fact that we're still maintaining our lifestyle practices. So there is a suggestion that there is a change in our metabolism and therefore a propensity to weight gain just by going through the menopause. Now, I do know that there is some new research and I've yet to actually read the paper, it's a longitudinal paper looking at metabolism and weight management over the lifespan, and there's the suggestion that actually no, we won't necessarily gain weight as we head through the menopause. So I look forward to reading that in more depth, but I can confidently say that no, menopause hormone therapy itself will not make you gain weight. If anything, we are simply replacing, or we're simply attempting to replace, and let's face it, we don't have it perfect, but we're attempting to replace the hormones that your ovaries are no longer releasing, or they're releasing in significantly lower amounts. And so there is good evidence to say that menopause hormone therapy will not make you gain weight. If anything, it helps you cope with the symptoms, the sleeplessness, the hot flushes, the mood changes that then enable you to step in and embrace life and do all of those important lifestyle things that you need to do in order to manage your weight. So, menopause hormone therapy will not make you gain weight. Another common myth that I get asked about is menopause hormone therapy will give me breast cancer. And certainly that myth has perpetuated through our society for more than 20 years. There's a whole generation of women now who have been denied menopause hormone therapy because of the presumed risk of breast cancer. And this was all based on a study that was done back in the early 2000s. So it's now over 20 years of data that has been collected, reanalyzed, looked at, and these women have now been observed for 20 plus years. And I can tell you categorically that combined menopause hormone therapy, so that's both estrogen and progesterone therapy together, which you need if you've got a uterus. If you commence menopause hormone therapy within 10 years of going through the menopause, then at 5 years after taking menopause hormone therapy, your risk of breast cancer is no greater. And once you get out to 13 odd years, so greater than 10 years after taking menopause hormone therapy, there is a small risk. I'm talking 9 out of 10,000. So you convert that into a percentage. That's like less than 0.00001% chance of an increased risk of breast cancer. Now, of course, this is not taking into consideration women who have other risk factors for breast cancer. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not going there today, and I would strongly suggest is if you do have a risk, a personal risk, a family history risk of breast cancer or other associated cancers, you chat with your doctor about your suitability for menopause hormone therapy. However, for the general population with no increased risk factors, there does not appear to be any significant risk of you developing breast cancer if you're on estrogen progesterone. Now, what about if you don't have uterus? What about if we're just giving you estrogen therapy? Well, after 5 years, if you start your hormone replacement therapy within 10 years of your menopause, then at 5 years of taking it, your risk is no different for breast cancer. At 13 years of taking it, your risk of breast cancer is no different. So there is, as I said, a whole generation of women who have been denied hormone replacement therapy for negligible risk. And yet we know that it significantly helps ameliorate the symptoms associated with the menopause and helps people to embrace and get on with their life. Now, myth number 3, and I'm going to leave it at this one. A lot of people will come in here and say, can I just not do this naturally? Well, you can, but with great difficulty. What about the bioidenticals, Tamara? What about the complementary therapies? Well, tonight we're going to be talking about the specific complementary therapies that are available out there. But as a whole, the safety and efficacy data for something like a bioidentical that you might get from an alternative health practitioner, there is no safety and no efficacy data, meaning we don't know if this stuff is safe. And we don't know if it actually works. There's certainly probably a placebo effect by taking these preparations, but there is no good data to show that it actually works to ameliorate the symptoms associated with menopause. But if you want to know more about the specific therapies and what we can give to women where menopause hormone therapy might be contraindicated, then why don't you come along tonight? Come along and hear about it. If you are someone on the cusp of menopause, in the perimenopause, experiencing sleeplessness or mood change, or just your cycles are now starting to get all over the place and you're like, what is going on with me? Maybe this is the perimenopause, and maybe by empowering yourself with some knowledge, you might actually help to manage your way through this next change of life with grace, with strength, with wisdom, because we all deserve to embrace every single phase of our life. So hopefully that's enticed your interest. If you want to come and get one of our little baggies, please do come along to our Menopause Workshop, which starts tonight. Have a look on the bio here and you'll see the link, and you can purchase a ticket and come along and hear any of our amazing professionals talking about menopause hormone therapy, talking about pelvic floor and painful sexual intercourse and libido and sexual health and weight management and nutrition and bone health, mental health, sleep, how to address sleep disturbances. There is so much valuable information for you, because that's what we're about. We're about empowering women with as much knowledge as they can to manage their own health. Have a beautiful day. I think my first patient is here. I will speak to you soon. Bye.